Hi, Steve Ray from Berkshire Real Estate with another episode of Park Bench Pittsfield. Today we're at the Boys and Girls Club. It's iconic building and location here on Melville Street, and we're going to head up to the top to see Danny Kearns and the Rink. Hi, Steve Ray here again. Today I'm here with Danny Kearns, the rink manager here at the Boys and Girls Club. Now, there's three things in life that I'm really scared of: snakes, sharks, and skating. So the only thing worse than me trying to get to those chairs is if you threw a snake and a shark out there. Jason, we'll get you there. So we're gonna get over to the chairs and do the interview the only way I know how. Well, so 30 years ago this year, I met my wife, and on one of our first dates, she took me over to the Berkshire Common to skate. I fell so many times, I couldn't stand, and all she did was promise, laugh at me the whole time. So when we got married, in her wedding vows, I made her promise never to take me skating again. So in a few minutes, we'll see if you can teach me.
We'll try. We'll try.
So anyway, today we're here with Dan again, Dan Kearns, rink manager here at the Boys and Girls Club of the Berkshires, and we're on the third floor. I think one of the only rinks on the third floor in Massachusetts anyway, and certainly within many miles
Definitely in
away.
Massachusetts.
So maybe, Dan, give us a little history of the Boys and Girls Club rink.
They constructed it in 1960 with the help of the Kittredge and the Crane family, and GE backed the project also. It's on the third floor. They built the original Zamboni up in the rink. The Zamboni that the Boys and Girls Club purchased 4 years ago was craned up to the back. So that was a process in itself. It's a unique rink. I love it.
So spend a few minutes telling us what's a day in the life of a rink manager. What does it take to maintain ice and maintain a place?
I get here every morning, clean the bathrooms, locker rooms, warming room, and then I'll do what they call a dry cut. Add no water. It's the ice that we're on right now. Get the snow off. Then after that, I'll do a wet cut, which consists of hot water and cold. The cold water will fill in the ruts, and the hot water will smooth it out. That process with the dry and the wet cut takes me about an hour to get the ice back into pristine shape.
So now, to say the only thing you did was maintain the ice around here, is certainly not give credit to what you've done over the last couple of years.
The easiest part of the job is driving the Zamboni.
Right. Now, in terms of hockey, we've seen hockey. We're down to what, 3 teams here now? And
3 teams for high school
in Berkshire County.
Yep.
Down from back in the day when I went to school, where everybody had a team.
Correct.
But you're doing some things to kind of bring it back and bring hockey back, and it's actually paying off. Maybe you can spend a few minutes talking about what you've done with the house leagues.
Right. But the Boys and Girls Club, Joe McGovern, and the board of directors have really, they're putting their best foot forward when it comes to developing their hockey program.
Yeah, I want to give a special shout out to Clem Fears and Debbie Renzi.
Deb Renzi,
a big part of the board that really are hockey people.
Big part of the community up here in the rink. The hockey program is the Boys and Girls Club's only program that is involved in ice rink. Everyone else is a rental partner.
So you started a house league?
We phased house league back into our youth program last year. All travel kids have to play house league. We've brought in about 20 non-travel players. So we have 20 new hockey players in the city of Pittsfield or Berkshire County that wouldn't have played if it just consisted of travel. $50 to play house league hockey is more than affordable. Signed my kid up
So
for Little League yesterday. That was $85.
And that's where you see the growth coming into
Yeah,
the rebirth of hockey around here by getting the younger kids and more people involved.
yeah, absolutely.
So maybe talk a few minutes about how you ended up here. I know you've had a passion for hockey since you were a little kid, and maybe talk a few minutes on how you got here. You've been not only a star in high school, but also a coach. Let's talk about that for a few.
Greg Brock, God rest his soul, Frank Schultz, two of my good friends' fathers growing up, a single mother, didn't have the opportunities that a lot of other kids had. They wanted me to play hockey. I was a basketball player over at the CYC, started playing hockey, loved it, still played both basketball and hockey. They needed a goalie for the Travels Squirt team. I never played goal before. So they said, hey, listen, I think, they thought I'd be a good goalie. I made the team. Well, hockey's part of my life and has been since I've been 8 years old. This rink is a big part of my life.
So you went on to play in high school?
Played high school, went to prep school.
Trinity Bowling?
Went to Trinity Bowling, where my son is now. Go Pride. From there, I got offered a spot at UMass Dartmouth. Came home and played a little men's league and busted my knee up. That was the end of my hockey career.
Start of your coaching career, though?
About 3 years later, I was scorned. Joey Krobop called me up, one of my best friends, said, hey, Boys and Girls Club need Bantam coaches. That's where I met Mike Renzi and Deb Renzi, who Mike was definitely my mentor to start. He protected us from the parents. He let us just coach hockey. I can't say enough about Mike. He's just awesome man.
Big reason why this is still going today.
It's a huge reason,
Right.
huge reason. That was 20 years ago. This is actually my 20th season as a head hockey coach. And it was, I started here, was offered the Taconic Hockey and PHS head coaching job. Had that for 6 years. Stepped down when my son Quinn got older. We went to play for the New England Junior Falcons, where I was offered a head coaching job there, which is where I really evolved as a coach, being around former Division I hockey players and former NHL players. You really learn the game. You learn that developing hockey players is the most important thing. It's not about wins and losses. It's the fundamentals.
So wide span of age groups here.
Yes.
So how young do kids start?
Up here, our learning skate's about 4 to 5 years old, and our Bantam program are 8th and 9th graders.
So you teach kids 4 and 5 years old how to skate?
No, I was a goalie. I like coaching the older kids. They can relate to me a little easier.
So is it true that a goalie's the best skater in the room?
I got some skills for a goalie.
What kind of a teacher are you? 'Cause we're going to find out here.
I'm more of an X's and O's type coach, but we'll put my skate in.
So 2020 is 40 years now since the Miracle on Ice?
40 years. We were just up in Lake Placid 2 weeks ago. Our team won the tournament up there with the Berkshires Bruins. It was awesome.
What did that do for hockey, particularly hockey around here? Because isn't Mike Ruzioni of Massachusetts?
Massachusetts, so was it Jim Craig.
Right, yeah.
Half the team was Massachusetts, the other half was pretty much Minnesota. Rivals that came, Herb Brooks, the legendary coach,
Yep.
brought them all together, and we wouldn't be sitting here right now if it wasn't for the 1980 Men's Olympic hockey team, that's for sure.
Maybe spend a few more minutes talking about the future of hockey around here and what we should expect in the next few years.
Our program, Berkshire Bruins, we're seeing about a 20% growth in participation over the past 3 years. Again, that has a lot to do with Joe and the board of directors. So allowing this rink to stay operating.
At the end of the day, though, you're producing hockey players.
We are. It's an exciting time to be part of Berkshire County youth hockey. That's for sure.
Has there been in recent memory any local kids that played in our program that went on to play in college?
It's been a while since we've seen a local kid play college hockey. Kirk Kaminsky, captain of UConn, that was awesome, but that was quite some time. We've sent kids to local prep schools.
Now you mentioned Joey Krobeth. His son Owen's a prolific hockey player, another kid that grew up here in this program.
Yeah, well,
and they're playing for Western Mass Championship
Right.
tomorrow night or tonight? Tonight.
Right.
And those are kids that came right out of here.
Owen started off as a little guy. He kind of outgrew the program. Very, very good hockey player. Brought his game to the next level for youth hockey. But, found his way back here for hopefully 1 year. Hopefully we'll get him off to prep school next year. But a huge part of the success that Wacona's having this year, that's for sure.
Skating's been a big part of your life.
Yep.
What keeps you going?
Coaching the kids, seeing how happy they are up here at the rink, doing what they love, and I can be a big part of that.
So when the ice is gone,
The ice is gone.
it warms up outside,
It's golf season.
what is it you do?
Joe sends me out to camp wrestling, and I get to work with Kais, my main man. We get the camp ready. It takes a good 6 to 8 weeks to get camp up and running.
Now, before I forget though, you mentioned one thing that I forgot to mention. You were quite a golfer too, huh?
Not bad.
Back in your day?
Back in the day.
So in the summer you're out there hitting the links?
Yeah. When Joe allows me to.
So, in closing here, what can we expect 2020 out of the Boys and Girls Club and the rink up here? Anything new, anything exciting you can share with us that's really gonna, there's the message just that
Next
we're all
year's-
inclusive and we want everybody up here.
Oh yeah, it's a community rink. Our figure skaters, let's not forget what they do for the rink.
That's a good point.
And what they add. Our public skating, thousands of people come here throughout the winter from all over for our public skating. We have the speed skaters, an amazing group of people. Berkshire Curl has joined up with us in the
Berkshire
past.
Curl.
So we have them up here. This
Wow.
is a community rink.
So this is not just for hockey players. This is not just
No.
the third floor of the Boys and Girls Club. This is a community resource.
Yep.
And I want to thank you for what you do to make sure that the community has this and what you've done.
Hey, when you
with the
love
youth.
what you do, it's easy to do it.
Yeah, I guess. Well, we're going to see how good of a coach you are right now.
Let's do it.
You're going to try to get me.
We'll
to
get you
skate?
upright. Yeah. The goal is to get you from that set of boards over there.
While I'm still in the chair?
No. We'll start off using the nets as a little guide.
Just full disclosure, we have first responders standing over in the corner ready. The fire department was great sending guys out because they knew there was going to be an accident. So,
But next year is a huge year up here at the rink. The Berkshire Bruins in the Kittredge tournament are celebrating their 50th year anniversary
50 years of that tournament.
for a youth hockey tournament.
This has been a couple more quick minutes talking about the numbers and the amount of people that play in that.
We get teams from all over New England. Not many Canadian teams. Well, we haven't had a Canadian team
In a while.
in years.
But they come from all over.
They come from all over.
Hundreds of kids.
Hundreds of kids. It's an amazing. I mean, to have a youth hockey tournament last 50 years, it's amazing.
Well, it's great. Let's make sure you keep it going. And this year is the 50th anniversary.
It'll be next January.
Next January.
Yep.
50 years.
50 years.
And we've got 60 years here with this rink
Yep.
this year.
Yep. It's awesome.
Quite a history. The Miracle on Ice 2020 is about to begin. When you see Danny try to teach me how to skate.
But
Sounds
we're
good.
ready. Let's
do
go.
it.
Whoa!
I can barely sit. What do you expect me to do with
This
that?
is going to be like your little walker, okay? It's going to help you balance. Bend the knees. Keep your shoulders square. Let's use our inside edge of the foot.
bad for a basketball coach.
Yeah, turning is a little hard.
So now you guys can see why I spent 25 years coaching basketball downstairs. I'll take hardwood any day. Thanks, Dan.
You got it.